Welcome to Data Analytics Professionals, and I'm Shahnaz Malik. And let's quickly jump into today's lecture topic. Now, before I move on, just to remind all of you that this is a lecture series about AWS and machine learning, and the current topic of this lecture is going to be about create IAM users for data science and machine learning projects. And this is a lecture number 15 in this series, and we are going to actually now combine all those skills that we have learned until now and then use them to actually perform the current tasks. So here it's 1 to 7 tasks, but I think there are more than 20 tasks in 20 sorry, there are 1 to 7 steps here given, but we have more than 20 steps, and then you have also a task to accomplish to complete this lecture. Now, before I move on, I would not like to text read all this, but rather I will take you into the AWS account, and then do everything from there. So if you see, I have all my credentials already in, and to save some time, and then I'm going to quickly sign in. And once I am signed in, what I need to do is basically go and find IAM. I'm going to use IAM service, and then from IAM, I will start, from users. Although, you can create users first and groups, create groups second, and create policies for groups, and then bring all the whatever you need together, put users into groups, or you can create groups first and add policies to it, and later add users to it. There are many ways to actually accomplish this same task, but let's choose my, at this moment of time for this lecture, let's choose my way, and then we will, follow everything. Okay. Now, so here is the users. I'm clicking on the user, so I'm getting this add user. I click on this add user. First, I need to make sure that I don't have anything which I'm going to create. Okay, so I'm all good. So add user. So here I am typing username. So I'm going to type so data analyst 1. Okay, data analyst level 1. So this looks good to me. And then once I do that, I will give this user AWS management console access. So I choose this. I'm going to write a custom password for it. So let me quickly put some password for it. Okay, so I have put password in. I don't want to show that password. I don't want to require password reset. We don't need that. So you can also choose whether you would like to choose username as this or something else. That's up to you. And I am just giving management console access to this user, and then I'm proceeding to next. And here I'm just going to, it's going to say me the save or update, and whatever is coming to you, you can save it, or if you are working from some PC which you are sharing with others, then I don't suggest to save this. But if it's a personal PC and you are happy to save the credentials, so that next time when you log in, you don't need to remember everything. Now here, the user, we have put details. I need to put this user in a group, but for that I will first create a group. I have administrators group and power users, but what we'll do, we'll create a data analyst group. Okay, so I'm clicking on this create group, and I will name the group as data analysts. Okay, data analysts. Okay, group. So once I create, give the name, and then I pick the policies, and policy number 1 which I want to give is S3. So I would like to start with S3 full access. Okay, and then I would like this user also to have access to I think machine learning. Okay, because we are going to perform machine learning tasks in our coming lectures now. So machine learning, uh, so let me see, where is this? This is the Amazon machine learning full access, and this is what I'm going to choose. And then I would also like to give this user a SageMaker full access. I'm starting with full access, but later on we can reduce these lectures access as per the cloud trail, and we'll check what user is using, which resource is accessing, what he needs to perform his actions, and then we can take it, drop the access level. But at the beginning, I don't want you guys to face any problems. I would like you to have, just learn first what you need to have a good, great foundation, and then once you start understanding, everything, and then many things, you will be creative. Now I did this. So policies are attached, group is created. I mean to say, the details are ready and policies are ready. So let's create the group. So if you now see what has happened just now, so group data analyst, and I have attached 3 policies to it. If you see Amazon, this and plus 2 more. Okay, so this is good. So now we need to actually what we need to do further, once all this is done and we created the group, we have now accomplished, say, one part of it, and let's move into the next tags. Okay, and this is optional. I'm not going to put any tags here, and I'm going to just push towards to review side. Okay, so here review, you can check username is correct and access type is correct, and so this is set to no, that's what I needed, and group is data analyst. So everything looks good to me. I'm going to create this user. Okay, so if anything was wrong, you could have gone back and check the details. Now here is, you can download this CSV file, and that will have the user login details for this user, and you can either send it through email or save it somewhere and then securely share it with the relevant user. I'm going to download this, and I'm going to name this as I have, I think, already this. You won't have this stuff, so don't worry. I have already this file. I would like to replace this file, so I named it as data analyst underscore one, data underscore analyst underscore one and underscore user credentials, and I'm going to say yes. So this is now saved. Okay, and now this file I could securely share with the person with whom, a user who will be using this. So here I can close this stuff, and if you now see, I have this username data analyst, data underscore analyst underscore one, and it is in this group. Now here, if you here we have accomplished one task, and we will now proceed to the next task, which is we are going to create another user, which is machine learning engineer user, and put that user into machine learning engineers group. Okay, and I will show you then how to attach policies. Basically this stuff will be same. It just accomplish this task, because these users, these account details and users we will use in the future to actually accomplish our machine learning and data science tasks. Okay, now going back to where we have been until now. Now next thing is, as I said, I once again click on this user and add user, and then I'm going to say ml underscore engineer one. Okay, so ml underscore engineer underscore one. So this is this stuff, but here I would like to give this user a programmatic access. Okay, we'll talk about how to access through AWS API, CLI and SDKs in coming lectures. So bear with me if you don't understand at this point of time what is the programmatic access. If you are new, if you are a beginner, don't worry, just click this programmatic access, because that's what we are going to give to this user. And then basically it won't give you any type of these password and stuff. Just go on to this next permissions, and then we create a group for this as well. So we click on here, and here it is. You say ml underscore engineers this time. Okay, group name, and I'm going to choose some policies regarding ML engineer. Okay, so and we need to choose these policies carefully so that the person is able to person is able to actually accomplish tasks. So let us give S3, let's give at the moment same access. Okay, because I have some plans later on for this. So Amazon S3 access. So I have machine learning full access, and what was the other access? So SageMaker. So I have given basically the same, and later on I will show you how to change. And I have this SageMaker execute policy here. I have one more policy here, and if you see, I have this SageMaker evoke end policy point policy. Well, I will show you later on how we will amend these stuff, but at the moment I would like to keep it as simple as possible. So after I doing this, I will go into the tag, moving into the tag. Okay, so and then I will move into the add tag. I'm not going to put any key values here. I'm going to go into next, and here I am reviewing. So this user has no not permission. You haven't given this user any permissions. This means that the user have no access to any AWS service and resources. Consider returning to the previous steps and adding. Okay, so something. Let us see what has happened. So given I have created a group for it. Maybe something went wrong. Let's quickly do it again. So this is the group name, and here I am going to put S3 full access. Then I'm going to give this person Sage machine learning. This is machine learning full access. And then I'm going to let us give SageMaker as well, but later on I will show you what we need to do. And then I will say create group. Okay, so basically I have given some access, but surely I have to change little bit policies here. But at the moment I would like to keep it as simple as required, because I have a lecture in plan, and then I will show you why I gave these permissions, and later on we'll change the policies attached to this group. But this time we are going to move into tags, and I'm going to leave it as it is. It's optional. I click on this next review, and here it is. IAM username is this. It's a programmatic access, and that's what I need, and group is this, and I'm going to create this user. And now I'm going to download this. Okay, as we did, and I am going to click here like this, and this is going to be my file name. Okay, so I save it. Here it is. It's already saved. Now this is my access key ID, and of course the secret access key is already being how you call it, it's not shown, and that's because those are confidential details. I'm going to close this, and again I'm going to do now let us go back, and now until now you have created two users, two groups. Okay, you have attached policies to them, and I have now suggestion. First of all, let's see where we are in our slides. Okay, now if you see in our slides, now here it is. We went through, we started from step one. Okay, and we created this user data. Oh, here it is, data analyst under score one, and I have done it maybe data underscore analyst underscore one. That's not a problem. Okay, and then I move on to the move on to the next level, and these are these policies, and then I created user. Okay, downloaded the file, and then I moved into again to IAM dashboard. Then I clicked on add user, Here is this user ml underscore engineer underscore one. Choose the programmatic access. You see, everything is, and I created that group, and okay. So, and finally we downloaded downloaded the file. Okay, download to share the username, that access key id and secret access key details with the relevant member of staff. Okay, and now this is done. Now we have reached to step number 23. So we again go on to the IAM dashboard and click on groups, and click on this ml engineers. Okay, so let's see. So we go on to, so if you go on to these groups, so there it is, ml engineers. Okay, so we need to make sure that we have clicked on Amazon SageMaker full access, machine learning full access, and S3 bucket full access. Okay, that's okay. Okay, and uh, I can also show you if I click one of them. For example, I click on this machine learning. Okay, and this is the policy actually it has. Okay, so what it is basically, if you remember, I talked about the policies. So here the effect is allow, and action is machine learning, everything related to machine learning, and resources, all resources. Okay, so it looks good to me until now, but let's see what we have further in this in this lecture. Okay, for all of you guys. Now here's a task which I suggested will be at the end of this lecture. So I suggest you to create another, another user named as data underscore scientist underscore one, or you can write data scientist underscore one, depends upon you how you would like to see the naming conventions, and then give this user same privileges as you have given to ml engineer one, and add it to the data science scientists group. Okay, which you will need to create as well in the process. Okay, so basically what I am suggesting is create another user data scientist. Okay, and give this user same privileges as given to ml engineer, ml engineer underscore one, and add it to data scientists group. So you have to create another group which you will need to create as well in the process. Okay, that's simple. And I am going to do it from my end, and you can pause and do it, and I see you on the other side. Now I hope you have done it, but if you found it difficult, and let's do it quickly, and so that we can wrap up this lecture. So so here I am actually in this I'm going to click on this user. Okay, again, and add user, and then I'm going to say, I'm going to write user's name as data scientist, and this is going to be scientist number one. So data underscore scientist underscore one, and then I'm going to give this person both access to both ways, and I'm going to you can leave it, it doesn't matter, if you leave only one of the accesses. For example, you gave only programmatic access to, I think, machine learning user, but I'm going to give this user both ways. Okay, and I'm going to here generate the password. So let me generate a password, I mean to say write a password. So here is the password already. I don't want user to do anything. I don't want user to require to reset the password, so I clear this, and then basically I go into this next permissions, and I'm going to save this because that's not a problem for me. It's all good here. This is very secure where I'm working. So create group. So I'm going to create group. I want to create a different group for it, as I suggest. So I'm going to create data scientist group, and then I choose S3. Okay, so here is S3. I choose machine learning. Oh, did I did something wrong? So okay, programmatic access all looks good, so I go into next. So I create a group. So it's going to be data underscore scientists, and then I'm going to attach policies. Let's begin with the same stuff. I don't want to complicate anything at this point of time. Later on we can always something is happening here. So I am creating a group. Why it's not giving me? Am I doing something here, touching something which I shouldn't? So this is my one. This is machine learning will be my second, which is this one. So okay, and then Sagemaker I would like to give this user, and again something is happening. I again do it. Let me be careful this time. So data scientist, I'm doing this group. I'm creating a group name as data scientist, and here I need to put S3 1 machine learning 2 Sagemaker 3. And here it is. I think I might have clicked somewhere here, and that was taking me to the back, taking off me from the page somehow. So here it is, create group, and that is it. Basically, if you see, the group is created, policies are attached. I'm going to go into next tag. I'm going to go into review. Here it is. So this is my username. I'm giving both access to this user. That's excellent, and it looks good to me. Okay, so I'm going to create this user, and here is this stuff, okay, which I need to actually download. And let us give some meaningful name to this stuff. So I think this is good. So you can name it as you like. So I have downloaded it, and or I could have actually shared it through email, but I would like to download it, and then securely you can, because you should always keep, as an administrator, you should have records of everything. You should have, a secure location where you save everything, in case you need it, because in a real world business, business world, you need to have a site manual, whereby you have if something happens to that site, how you will actually access your systems, and where are the login user details, login details, and you need to actually maintain a site manual whereby you need these things, in hard copy. There are some organizations which do this, so that's why I suggest to actually download it, and then there are, in real world scenario, you will need these files. So this is that is it. If you see, I think it's all done. Let me go again. Okay, so let us. So let's see if everything is now done. So data analyst 1 is done, data scientist is created, and machine learning, ML means machine learning engineer, is created, and we have 3 groups. And this is excellent now. So I think I enjoyed this task with all of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. There were a little bit of glitches, but that is part of our task. When we do something on the computer, sometime you accidentally click some button, and all of a sudden the work, you have to do, you might have to repeat certain steps, but if you see that it's really simple, create a user, create a group, put that user in that group, and you have to attach policies to that group, so that that user who is inside that group can, or the users who are inside a group, they can enjoy and enjoy the privileges of the policies that are attached to that group. Now we are ready with our users, and it's we are getting closer and closer to actually start our machine learning journey within AWS, and I'm enjoying all this, and I hope you are enjoying too. In the meanwhile, I have a question for all of you guys, and that is, how do you rate this lecture and the presentation? I'm trying my best to actually bring great content, good content for all of you guys, so that it's helpful for you, and so that it's mentoring, for you, for all those who are beginning or at intermediate stage, and later on, when we will move into the expert level. I hope that everyone will get benefited from this lecture series. Please do rate this lecture from, I'm giving you a scale from 0 to 10, where 10 is best. And don't forget to give your feedback, as I love to have feedback and take them seriously and improve myself and the content that I'm producing for all of you guys. Now, if you are interested to remain in this series, and then the next topic what I'm planning at this moment of time, if that is download AWS command line interface to manage AWS services. So now you see, I'm taking you from an Amazon let us first see it. The next is to go to studio, and let's go to studio first. Now, if you see that here I am trying my best to actually take you from now AWS Management Console into CLI, and you see now the things are getting interested. So stay in this lecture series, and share it with others. If you are liking the series, put it on the Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on any platform where you think that your peers, juniors, seniors could get benefited from this. And if you like to contact me, and there are my contact details will come in the slides. And but this is time to say goodbye to all of you. You take care of your loved ones and stay safe, and I see you in the next lecture. Until then, wish you best of time.